City Ground, Forest against Palace, and the commentators Trevor Brooking and John Motson.
Steve Hodge, whose World Cup adventure with England was bedevilled by injury, has had to live with the legacy of that, and tonight he returns to the starting lineup after missing half of Nottingham Forest matches this season. Well, Forest also welcome back their captain Stuart Pearce at number 3 after a hamstring strain, and Terry Wilson at number 10 after a groin injury. But their regular right-back Brian Laws is suspended, so there's an opportunity at number 2 for the promising England under-21 international Gary Charles. Well, despite their home defeat by Norwich on Saturday, Crystal Palace named the same side. Number 9, Mark Bright, says they can't possibly play as badly again, and he leads their goal scorers with 13. His partner Ian Wright with 10 goals is hoping tonight to impress England manager Graham Taylor with the friendly against Cameroon just over a fortnight away. So away go Nottingham Forest in red shirts and white shorts. Crystal Palace tonight in all blue. And the first match seems a long way off now after the 2 postponements here of the replay. That was Bright, and here's Wright. Young coming forward. This is McGoldrick, and that's a foul by Steve Chettle. Free kick to Palace, for which Andy Thorne and Eric Young will doubtless make their way forward. If you cast your mind back to the semi-final against Liverpool, it was the set plays of number 4 Andy Gray that caused so much havoc in there. And there is Young, in fact, and it's Gary Crosby who clears for Forest. Quite a mild night here in the East Midlands compared to some of the recent weather. And now Gray goes across to try one of his specialist throw-ins. Number 8 there for Forest was Keane. And here's Andy Thorne. It's a really long ball by Andy Thorne, but it was well directed to Salako, who was wearing 7 but playing on the left for Palace. McGoldrick, the number 11, plays on the right. Here's Gray. Still Gray.
Interesting couple of balls from Andy Thorne out wide to Salako, actually, because with Gary Charles, the young right-back coming into the team, perhaps Stevie Coppell said, let's feed John Salako early on just to test out the new fullback.
And now they're testing out the Palace defence with Humphrey knowing the way to safety to McGoldrick. Andy Gray making a run through the inside right position. But it's Des Walker to Terry Wilson. And that was a foul on Nigel Clough by Andy Thorne, and it puts Nottingham Forest into a dangerous position about 25 yards out. And Stuart Pearce, don't know whether he'll fancy the angle here, Trevor, but he's scored a few specials this season.
It's a little bit far out. You know, with Nigel Martin is an excellent goalkeeper, but Stuart Pearce, anyway, it's got to be 35 yards this one, and so it's going to be something really special if he's going to beat him from that distance.
Well, he did score twice against Palace in the league game at Selhurst Park, I remember, Pearce, so Martin knows all about him, or he should do. Wilson's there as well, though, here. And that was Pearce. This is Parker. Outside him is Keane. They're appealing for offside. Wilson gets it down quite nicely, tucking it on, and Steve Hodge, as he fell, got a strike in. And I think Forest will also be pleased to see him back, Trevor.
They will, and there the cross certainly looks offside 2 or 3 of the Forest players, and no wonder Palace momentarily sort of just seemed to freeze, but Stevie Hodge is not a man to give an opening in the penalty area. There he is, just hitting the shot on the turn, and he gets into those situations so well and gets a number of goals if he has a full season for the club, but definitely I think from Palace's point of view it should have been offside.
Just over 10 minutes gone here at the City Ground, and as it was at Selhurst Park, the score is 0-0. Eric Young making his way forward here into the heart of the penalty area for Palace. And Young got a touch there, and Forest had 2 or 3 players clustered round him. This is Hodge. Oh, a bad ball, Gray. And again, foul by Wilson. So Young can stay forward. Gray to take it. And just testing Mark Crossley to see if there's any chance of a ball coming back off him, but the England under-21 goalkeeper, very secure.
Didn't really hit it well, one of those bouncing balls, but on a drying top, 2 or 3 forwards in there just in case, but he had the body right behind it.
Charles. Here's Keane. It's a nice movement there. Parker's coming in on this. Header out by Humphrey. And well played by Pearce to Parker. Pearce steams on, number 3.
Eric Young there turning around. I'm not sure he'd be pleased that Gary Parker gave Stuart Pearce a bit of a hospital ball, but one of those that Stuart Pearce doesn't shy away from.